Imagine you're standing by a still lake at midnight. The moon is full, huge, and it's right there, reflected perfectly on the water. It's so beautiful, so real, that you want to hold it. You reach out, your fingers touch the surface, and the reflection shatters. Ripples scatter the light. The moon is gone. What happened? You tried to grasp something that was never meant to be held. And that's the story I want to tell you today. It's an old Zen tale, and it's going to flip your understanding of life upside down. Crescent moon droplet. Let me paint a more vivid picture. The air is cool and still, carrying the scent of damp earth and pine. Crickets chirp softly in the distance, and the only other sound is the gentle lapping of water against the shore. You feel a sense of awe as you gaze at the moon's reflection, a perfect silver disk floating on a dark mirror. It seems so close, so tangible, that your hand moves instinctively. But the moment your skin meets the water, the illusion shatters into 1,000 shimmering fragments. The ripples expand outward, each one carrying a piece of the moon away. You feel a pang of loss, a sense of something beautiful slipping through your fingers. This is not just a story, it's a metaphor for a universal human experience. How many times have we tried to hold on to a perfect moment, a feeling, a person, only to watch it dissolve? Think of a child chasing a soap bubble, only to see it pop. Think of a lover trying to freeze a kiss in time, only to feel the memory fade. The Zen tale of the moon in the water captures this poignant truth: some things are meant to be seen, not owned. In ancient China, this story was told by monks to illustrate the concept of impermanence, core teaching of Buddhism. The 6th century Indian philosopher Nagarjuna wrote extensively about the illusion of clinging, comparing it to grasping at a rainbow. The moon reflection is a perfect example. It appears so real, yet it has no substance. It's a play of light and water, a temporary dance. By reaching for it, we disturb the very conditions that create its beauty. The lesson is not to stop appreciating beauty, but to appreciate it without attachment. This is the first step toward the freedom that Zen offers. So, as you stand by that imaginary lake, ask yourself, what reflections are you chasing in your own life? What are you trying to grasp that, by its nature, cannot be held? The answer might surprise you. Here's the story. A young monk named Ryakan was walking by a river one evening. He saw the full moon reflected in the water, so clear, so serene. He thought, if I could just hold that moon, I would know true peace. So he knelt down, cupped his hands, and tried to scoop the reflection. But every time his hands touched the water, the moon broke into 1,000 pieces. He tried again and again, getting more frustrated. Finally, an old master approached and said, "Stop grasping. The moon is not in the water, it's in the sky. Look up." Ryakan looked up, and there it was, the real moon, whole and radiant, never needing to be held. The master smiled. "You spent all your energy chasing a shadow. The moon was always there, waiting for you to see it." Let's delve deeper into this timeless parable. The young monk Ryakan is a historical figure, a real Zen master who lived in 18th century Japan. He was known for his simplicity, his poetry, and his profound wisdom. This story, though likely embellished, captures the essence of his teachings. Imagine the scene. Ryakan, perhaps in his 20s, is walking along the banks of the Kamo River near Kyoto. The moon is at its zenith, casting silver light on the water. He is captivated. His mind, trained in scripture but not yet in direct experience, immediately leaps to possession. He thinks that holding the reflection will bring him the peace he seeks. This is a common mistake. We often equate beauty with ownership, thinking that if we can possess something, we can secure happiness. But the act of grasping creates tension, both in the mind and in the world. Each time Ryakan's hands enter the water, the reflection shatters. The ripples are not just physical, they represent the disturbance in his own mind. His frustration grows, a testament to how attachment leads to suffering. The old master appears, a figure of enlightened wisdom. His instruction is simple: look up. This is the turning point. By directing Ryokan's gaze upward, the master is not just pointing to the moon, he is pointing to the source of all phenomena. In Zen, the sky represents the unconditioned, the eternal, the true nature of reality. The water, by contrast, represents the conditioned, the temporary, the world of appearances. The master's smile is one of compassion. He knows that Ryokan's struggle is born from ignorance, not malice. The lesson is profound: the real moon, like true peace, is not found in the fleeting reflections of the world. It is found by looking beyond, by turning your attention to the unchanging. This story has been passed down through generations, appearing in Zen koans and meditation manuals. It's a reminder that the path to enlightenment is not about acquiring more, but about seeing clearly. In the words of the 13th century Zen master Dogen, to study the Buddha way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. Ryokan forgot himself in his grasping. The master helped him remember his true nature. What does this story reveal? It's not about the moon. It's about you. Every single day, you chase reflections. You think happiness is in that promotion, that relationship, that new phone, that perfect body. You reach out, you grab, you squeeze, and it shatters. Why? Because those things are not the source. They are reflections of something deeper. The real moon is in the sky. The real peace is within you. The master's words cut through: stop grasping. When you stop trying to hold on to things, you can finally see them clearly. You can appreciate the beauty of a moment without needing to own it. That's mindfulness. That's freedom. Let's break this down with concrete examples from modern life. Consider the pursuit of a promotion at work. You work long hours, sacrifice sleep, and neglect relationships, all to achieve that title and salary bump. When you finally get it, the joy lasts for a few weeks, maybe months. Then the novelty fades, and you're already eyeing the next level. The promotion was a reflection of your desire for recognition and security. But the real source of those needs, your inherent worth and inner stability, was never addressed. Similarly, think of a romantic relationship. At first, everything feels perfect. You want to hold on to that feeling, to possess your partner completely. But the more you cling, the more you create expectations and fears. The relationship becomes strained. The beautiful reflection shatters into arguments and disappointments. The real connection, which is based on mutual respect and freedom, gets lost. The same applies to material possessions. You buy a new smartphone, and for a day, you're thrilled. But soon, you're comparing it to the next model. The happiness was never in the phone, it was in the anticipation, the idea of having something new. That's a reflection of your deeper longing for novelty and satisfaction, which can only be found within. The master's advice is radical: stop grasping. This doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue goals or enjoy relationships. It means you should do so without attachment to the outcome. In Zen, this is called a non-attachment or letting go. It's the difference between holding a bird in your hand and letting it perch on your finger. When you hold tightly, the bird struggles and may even die. When you let it perch freely, you can enjoy its presence without fear. Mindfulness is the practice of seeing things as they are, without the filter of desire or aversion. It's the ability to watch the moon on the water and feel complete, without needing to own it. This is freedom from the endless cycle of craving and disappointment. The Buddha called this a nirvana, the extinguishing of the fires of attachment. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for something, pause. Ask yourself, is this the real moon, or just a reflection? The answer will guide you toward true peace. Let's go deeper. The moon in the water is a metaphor for all phenomena in Zen. Everything you experience, thoughts, emotions, sensations, relationships, is like that reflection. It appears, it's beautiful, but it's impermanent. The moment you cling to it, it changes or disappears. That's the nature of reality. But here's the paradox: you don't need to reject the reflection. You can enjoy it. You can watch the moon dance on the water, feel the cool breeze, hear the gentle waves, without grabbing. That's the heart of meditation. In sitting practice, you learn to observe your thoughts like reflections on a lake. You don't chase them. You don't push them away. You just watch. And in that watching, you discover a stillness that is always there, like the moon in the sky, untouched by the ripples. Let's explore this in the context of meditation practice. Imagine you're sitting on a cushion, eyes half closed, focusing on your breath. A thought arises, a memory of a recent argument. It's vivid, emotional, and pulls your attention. In that moment, the thought is like a reflection on the lake of your mind. If you grab onto it, you start replaying the argument, feeling anger or regret. The ripples of emotion spread, disturbing your peace. But if you simply observe the thought, acknowledging it without judgment, it passes. Another thought arises, a worry about the future. Again, you watch it come and go. This is the practice of mindfulness. Over time, you realize that the thoughts are not you, they are just reflections passing through. The real you is the sky, the awareness that holds them all. This insight is transformative. It means that no matter what happens in your life, joy, sorrow, success, failure, you can remain centered. The moon in the sky is always whole. The ripples on the water are just surface phenomena. In Zen, this is called the original face, the true nature that exists before thoughts arise. The 9th century Chinese master Lingji said, "The true person of no rank is always there, in and out of your eyes." That true person is the sky, the witness. To cultivate this awareness, you can practice a simple meditation. Sit quietly, and imagine your mind as a vast, clear sky. Thoughts are clouds that drift by. Emotions are weather patterns. The sky itself remains unchanged. This is not an escape from life, but a way to engage with it fully, without being overwhelmed. The story of the moon in the water teaches us that we can enjoy the reflections without being enslaved by them. We can love deeply, work passionately, and experience life fully, all while knowing that the source of our peace is within. This is the secret to resilience and joy. In the words of the Zen poet Ryokan, the moon is the same old moon, the flowers are the same as ever. But I am no longer the same person. When you stop grasping, you become free. Now, how does this change everything? First, it changes how you handle desire. That craving you have, for success, love, security, it's a reflex to grasp. But every time you act on it, you create ripples. You disturb your peace. Instead, try this: when a desire arises, don't react. Just notice it. Say to yourself, "Ah, there's the reflection." Then look up. What's the real need behind it? Often, it's a longing for connection, for meaning, for peace, all of which are already within you. Second, it transforms how you deal with loss. When something you love slips away, a job, a person, a health, you feel like the moon shattered. But remember, the moon didn't break. The reflection did. The real moon, your true nature, is whole and eternal. You can grieve the reflection, but don't forget to look up. That's resilience. Let's apply this to practical scenarios. Imagine you're in a meeting, and you feel a strong desire to be recognized for your contribution. Your hand twitches to interrupt, to assert yourself. This is a grasping reflex. Instead, take a breath. Notice the desire. Acknowledge it: I want to be seen. Then look up, metaphorically, to the deeper need. It might be a need for belonging or validation. You can fulfill that need by connecting with your own self-worth, independent of external approval. This changes the dynamic. You can then speak from a place of calm confidence rather than desperate grasping. Another example: you're in a relationship, and you feel jealousy when your partner talks to someone else. The desire to possess them arises. Again, pause. Notice the feeling. It's a reflection of your fear of loss. Look up to the real moon, your own wholeness. You are complete without needing to control another. This allows you to love more freely, without suffocating. When it comes to loss, the teaching is even more powerful. Losing a job can feel like the end of the world. But the job was a reflection of your identity and security. The real you, your skills, your resilience, your spirit, remains intact. Grief is natural, but it doesn't define you. In time, you can look up and see new opportunities. Similarly, the death of a loved one is devastating. The reflection of their presence in your life is gone. But their essence, the love you shared, is part of the eternal moon. You can honor that love by living fully, not by clinging to the past. This perspective is not about denying pain, it's about finding a deeper ground that supports you through it. The 20th century Zen teacher Shunryu Suzuki said, "In the beginner's mind there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind there are few." When you let go of grasping, you return to a beginner's mind, open to life as it is. This is the path to true resilience. So here's the closing insight. Next time you feel the urge to grasp, a moment, a feeling, a person, pause. Take a breath. Imagine the moon in the water. Smile at its beauty. Then let it be. You don't have to hold it to enjoy it. In fact, the moment you stop grasping, the reflection becomes even more beautiful. Because you're no longer fighting reality. You're flowing with it. That's Zen. That's mindfulness. That's the secret to a life of peace. So go ahead, look up at the moon tonight. Don't try to catch it. Just be with it. And in that stillness, you'll find everything you ever searched for. Thanks for watching. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What reflection are you learning to let go of? I'd love to hear. Crescent Moon Dove Hash. Let's make this final insight a daily practice. Each morning, before you start your day, take a few moments to sit quietly. Visualize the moon in the water. Set an intention to move through the world with non-grasping. When you drink your coffee, savor it without wanting it to last forever. When you talk to a friend, listen fully without planning your response. When you work, focus on the process, not just the outcome. This is the art of living mindfully. Over time, you'll notice a shift. The constant tension in your body begins to relax. The anxiety about the future fades. You become more present, more alive. The reflections of life become more vivid and precious because you're not trying to own them. You're simply experiencing them. This is the gift of Zen. It's not about escaping the world, it's about embracing it fully, without the burden of attachment. The 13th century Japanese master Eihei Dogen wrote, "To be enlightened is to be intimate with all things." Intimacy, not ownership. That's the key. So, as you go out into the night, let the moon be your teacher. Its light touches everything equally, without clinging. Be like the moon. Share your light, your love, your presence, without needing anything in return. And in that giving, you'll receive everything. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May your path be filled with peace and clarity. I look forward to hearing your stories in the comments. Until next time, keep looking up. Crescent Moon Dove Hash.